This guy's like, "Urgh," but this guy's like, ah. Quite a difference there between those two fellows. Good day. Hello world. My name is Sunny. I will be your host for this evening. So what I wanted to do is kind of talk to you about. Well, here's what happened. Yesterday I did some filming for a made-for-TV movie, I guess you would say. Which will air in December, and I told you in that video that I would be keeping you informed throughout the day, which I did not. Filming kind of went over schedule, and so that was not so fun. To tell you the truth, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what happened, and so if you're interested in that, keep watching. If not, well, you know what to do. Anyway, so it was basically, in the scene, it's basically me and two other guys, and we find this kind of dying dead guy. He's not dead yet, but we find him, and I'm like, hey, pick him up and take him, let's go. And then they pick him up and take him, and we go. That's the scene. And that took about 4 hours. Yeah, it was crazy. So the first thing is, like, the two guys who had to pick him up were, I don't want to say bad things about them. They're nice guys, but and not to disparage them, they had a tough time picking him up because the guy was basically dead or dying or in an unconscious state, and the guy who was he's like a Japanese prisoner that we're going to take him prisoner, and he's like dead on the beach and the water's kind of up on him, and he's all bloody like he was in a car crash. No, he wasn't driving a car. It's Pearl Harbor. He was in a submarine crash and he washed ashore. We find him and arrest him. So that's the scene. But he is how do I describe this guy? An Adonis. Like he's probably the most handsome Japanese man I've ever seen in my life. It was, I mean, a very attractive man, and I'm not usually attracted to men, but this guy was delicious. That's that's not what I. Anyway, this guy was like, he was like this tall. See that? He was like this tall, which is taller than me, and he's kind of ripped, and he's wearing basically like old style Japanese underwear, which is cool for him, but not so cool for him, which I will explain later. So he washes on shore. They got to pick this guy up, who's like a big guy, and they're struggling basically, and they have to walk a certain direction, like straight, and they weren't doing it, and cause it was so funny because at one point, like right before we shot it, they're like, okay, we gotta do this in one take, because the guy's laying on the beach. He's covered in blood, not real blood. It's the movies. So he's covered in blood, and they had to pick him up. Battery 20%. They had to pick him up and carry him, so they get blood on themselves. So they got to do it in one take because they're getting blood on their uniform and they're disturbing the sand in which he is laying, and so to keep the realism of the fresh virgin sand, they have to, they get one shot, and so they practice with the assistant director, and like 10 times, but he's like a little guy like this, and they have no problem with him, but so one take, all right, let's do it, go, and I'm like, okay, pick him up, and then they go to pick him up and fuck it up. Oops, I'm trying not to swear in these, but sometimes it happens. They mess it up, and then it got messed up again, and we had it seemed like 10 different takes on this, and every time they mess up, they got to redo all the sand. They have to make the sand all virginated again, and they gotta retouch the main actor's makeup, and they got to spray him with water again so that he's wet, because he's just come from the ocean. So it's a whole 10 minutes in between each take, and it keeps getting messed up, and it was crazy and extremely frustrating, and But I think it worked for my character because I think my character was frustrated, so I just used it, like an actor would. But so that was kind of frustrating and fun at the same time. Um, but what was sad is, and today's moral, and the lesson of today is, acting is not what you think it is unless you happen to know what it is. So it's not what I thought it was, and that's the moral. Acting is hard. That's the moral. Today's moral is acting is hard. I thought acting was annoying. Well, my acting is annoying. Son of a bitch. All right, so acting is. I thought acting was kind of like understanding the character and then taking that into your mind and heart and then showing that in an interesting or poignant or whatever way, in a way that people want to see. And I thought that's what good acting was. But it's not just that. What good acting is, and what I learned yesterday from the actor who was playing the POW, whose name is Aoki Munetaka, who was just awesome, the cool guy, and basically his role was to be dead, and he did that for 4 hours. So acting isn't this thing like you take in, I'm the character, and then boom, you release it, and then you're done. It was this thing where he was being dead and like not dead, but like injured and messed up for hours, and it was weird because he was in character the whole time. Like he didn't speak at all until like the only time he spoke was after about take 6 when everyone was messing up. By the way, I think I did pretty good. I didn't mess up at all, so that's good. I don't know if my acting was very good or convincible. It was invincible, that's for darn sure. But it was fun. Where was I? Oh, but I didn't really mess up. Anyway, after about take 6 or so and a couple hours, he came up to the 2 other guys and us, and he's like, I don't mind. In English. He was so cool. He's just a cool guy. So I'm a fan of his now. Anyway, so he's laying there for hours, and it's kind of windy, kind of cold. They keep spraying him with water, and he's basically in underwear. And every now and then I see him start like, and I thought he was like doing a character thing, like, oh, I'm dying and twitching. But no, apparently he was freezing. He was like, and then as the shoot went on, he was like convulsing uncontrollably, and then it'd be action, and he'd like turn it off, and then do that. So acting is this thing that you have to sustain, and it's not just being in the moment. It's being in the moment for a really long time, despite all these other obstacles. So it's given me a better appreciation for that kind of thing, which is great. The drama is called Shinjuwan Kara no Kikan. That's it. That's the title. It will be on NHK on December 10th. Hopefully, I will have at least 5 seconds of good airtime. So I recommend you watch that. I will be watching it. Hopefully, I've done a good job. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. But if you're able to, check it out. And good times. I think that's about it. Oh, there's so much happened yesterday, but that was the highlight for me. Good stuff. But just I want to say that I guess I'll let you go. Yeah, I think that's enough. I just want to express like my joy and frustration and the hard work it was, and just my amazement that such a short scene, such a small part of the overall story and film or movie took such a long time and so much energy. Oh, I got to tell you this. There was one point. I'm sorry. This is the last thing, and then I'll let you go because we're at 9:45 right now. The time on the video, almost 10 minutes. So at one point, the guy messed up, and one of the extras messed up, and the AD got in his face and started yelling at him, and like not pushed him, but put his hand on him, and the guy like got back in his face. So there was a fight, almost like a verbal fight, but it got kind of intense on set. So they were yelling at each other, like actor and assistant director. Good times. So not really. It was horrible, and but that's fun. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I will be around. I hope you will be around. I enjoy seeing you see me. I don't see you, but I enjoy you seeing me very much. You enjoy myself. Goodbye. I love you. Bye-bye. Zoom, spin, zoom. Bye-bye.